What you want to see is where will the markets go?
Welcome to the world of the 714 method,
Go
where
up
fortunes are made in the blink of an eye.
or will it go down? You need to build the consistency, the habits. So if you fear losing money, then
Sanibona bafethu, I'm thinking sokhuluma isiZulu. Nonke la ekhaya sazi isiZulu angithi nasiza isiZulu. Traders and blowists, welcome to our 714 method Port Shepstone seminar. Umphambi kwenu ulwazi isibongo wa 714 method. Yeah. So namhlanje I believe wonke umuntu la uthatha isikhathi sakho azozinikela ukuzozwa noma ukuzoyizwela kabanzi face to face ukuthi yini 714 method imsiza phi umuntu ongazi mhlasimbe yabo ikusiza phi kwijourney yakho yokutrader yabo. So okokuqala ngizoqanisha lihlombe ukuthi nje ninikezele isikhathi neza la naye kuba busy kweni ibhizi ngakho yabo. Although ukwenza uzenzela wena but ngicela ushayile ihlombe ukuthi khona oye mhlasimpe emncwabeni wakubo noma emncwabeni kagogo ozobe sethi next week kanti nizani ne-port option kanti asizokubuya mhlasimpe yabo. So ngicela nishayile ihlombe ukuthi nifikile Nkosi yami. Shayile ihlombe naye Nkosi yami lofika late Nkosi yami awu 10 awu. So bafethu ngicathi sonke lazela into eyodwa zela ukuzofunda kuphela ne. So angeke ngichithele isikhathi esiningi but ngifisa wazi nje bula ukuthi uyizele wena angekho umuntu omzele yabo ngoba noma makuthiwa unomuntu omzele angeke ukusize ndawo. So bafethu ngizocela sithathele lithuba samukele ngehlombe elikhulu the founder and author of the 714 method Mr. Mashaya Albert Mthetho esangena.
Brother?
I'm all right, thanks. And yourself? My name is Bacon Jajin from Eastern Cape.
What brought you to?
I want to get the insight of the 714 method because I've been trying to trade, but I haven't actually been lucky enough to get the right strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been
2.5 years.
Okay. So, you mean what is linking to you just a strategy?
Just the strategy because I know the basics.
So, where you from? Because you see in photos.
I'm actually from Pisana because that's where I work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope you get something better.
I'm certainly hopeful.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sawubona sisi.
Yebo sanibona njani?
Yeah. Good. What's your name and where you from? We see you in bushes.
My name is Buisiwe Hadebe. I'm from Durban.
So, why are you here in bushes?
It's because I missed the seminars in Durban, so Shepstone was the closest place I could attend. I've actually never traded before. It will be my first time attempting.
So, what are you expecting from this?
I'm expecting a lot, like to learn a lot. And from what I've seen on the socials, it's much more easier. The method is much more easier than the previous methods I've seen before.
What makes you believe that this is much easier?
The clips I've seen, the explanation is straightforward and simple, especially for those people like me who have never traded before.
Have you ever seen my shot before?
On the socials, yes. No,
There you have your certification.
definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brother, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Tell us your name and where you from.
I'm Tutuzi. I'm from Izingolweni.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I see you're a trader because I saw a chart there. How long have you been trading? Sorry?
It's been 1 month now.
1 month.
Yes.
Are you making profits already or still a game?
I made a profit once, but
How does it feel when you make a profit?
yo, I feel good. No, I didn't sell anyone.
withdraw it or you just blow it out?
I withdraw it. I withdraw $1,500. No, it was 150 dollars. Yeah, it was $150. Yeah, it became 2,800. Yeah, and the other one I blew it.
So it means you can tell people that Forex money is real money.
Yeah, I can show them.
You show it the real money.
Yeah, it's a real money. I saw it. That's why I'm here today, and I always tell people that they can they can change their life. Yeah.
Do you know something about 714?
I use 714 method since I saw it on social media. Yeah. I,
Okay. Good luck.
yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
David, where are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, you are very young. Are you a trader?
Yes, I am a trader.
Do you have an account or real account or you have just a live account for you?
I have a demo account.
How's it going so far your demo?
Mm, I have blown not once, but several times, But I've also collected some profits, so showing progress. You see.
You study.
Yeah, I studied. I have 2 years studying this year.
So why do you want to know Forex anyways? Why do you want to know Forex?
So that I can make a living. I can see there's money there.
No problem. So what about 714 method?
I've seen videos of it on TikTok, you see, on Facebook. My friends also talked about it. You know. That's how I get it. Thank you, thank you.
How are you?
I'm good and how are you?
What's your name?
My name is Kwanele Zawoza and I'm from Port Shepstone. Yeah.
So how many traders do you know?
Mm,
No traders in Bishop's.
and Port Shepstone, not so many, just few.
You traded before.
Yes, I've tried it.
Real account or demo?
I'm still on demo account.
How long now?
I think 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Why it took you so long?
It's not, Forex isn't that easy to, yeah.
Few strategies.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine, but you study.
Yeah, I'm starting
What are
it.
you expecting to finish?
I'm expecting to receive some useful information that I can use to be profitable. Yeah,
Well, thank you, man. Good luck.
thank you.
It's funny how people they always come for my seminars, but when I'm there now, sebeyasaba ukuthi manje be-engage there. Some bayasaba ukubuza imibuzo. Before I start, igama lami nguSenzo Isibongo ngiyadlala. Right, my name is Mashaya. I'm Mthetho Isibongo, Mr. 714 Method. So they call it, the author and founder of the 714 Method. So most of you are aware. I believe most of us as on our social media. So as a result, we are all here today. And thank you for coming, choosing to be present here. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much. There's a say that if you build it or if you make it, they will come, such as the person who had the idea of building this hall. At the time, you would find there weren't any buildings around here. And then the person was like, let me build a hall. In case in the future, someone needs to host, they will find a space to host. So if you build it, they will come. So it's hard for things to happen without cause, I'd say it so. So if you put yourself in position of doing things as should, then that's where you're most likely to see the result. If you don't start, you'll never know. There's many things in life of which you personally have started. Some you finished, some you did not finish. But when you start something, you need to make sure that you carry it through. Such as when I started, I was alone, solo. I've always been an indoor person, so I wasn't loitering around, house rules. You don't go to the neighbors, you don't go play soccer, you don't do all of those things. So I was only an inside person, watching TV, going to school, come back, do house chores. That has always been my life. So to a point whereby after I finished school, then I went to college as well. And after college, same thing continued. So I'd go to wherever I'm going, then come back home. Go do my in-service training, come back home. So even after that, I gave up my in-service training, and then I put more time in Forex trading in terms of investing my time there. So from trading now, also the same mentality of locking myself in. I focused on myself, I locked myself in. I did have people of which were friends, but I didn't visit them as often. So I just focused on myself, focused on the charts, of which I have been doing that for over 5 years, just living my life solo, focusing on what I'm doing, not looking at the profit, not looking at other things. So with that story now, then that's got to me being able to focus more on my work and actually focusing on making the money and storing the money rather than spending money to prove. So as a person who is a granny's boy, the one good thing is that I didn't live my life for approval. Sometimes as a young person, if you stay with your parents, you stay with your mom or your dad, or both parents, you always find yourself in a position of whereby you have to prove yourself because you really want them to applaud. And that's a very difficult thing if you're not the favorite. It's a true thing. Parents, they do have favorites. I don't know, but it's in the blood. Even with animals, it's easier because if a lion doesn't like the cub, they just kill it at an early stage. But as humans, then you'll go to prison. But at a later stage, eventually you suffer the consequences. So as a result, for most people, now they find themselves in a position of trying to show or prove their parents that they are worthy, they do have value, they can do something. And oftentimes, people like that are the ones who actually succeed in life. As you grow up, you see that your neighbors, they were rich, the people you went to school with, they had everything, new uniform every season, but you were using the same uniform for the past 5 years up until you finish off school. So till that point. So now, as you are here, this is still the work of faith. Things will work out for you. Eventually, you will win. I can give you a guarantee of that because as you respect me today, but at one point, I was nothing, I was a nobody. Since I have faith, I worked on something and I put my time on it and I tied myself on that commitment. Then today, I am a person who has earned a name and who is respected. So with that, I give you a word of encouragement and I am telling you now, no one is coming to save you. It's by luck that I'm here to assist, but even after today, you are still on your own. What do I mean by that? I mean put yourself first. Put yourself first. There is this advice that I often give to my team and friends in general that when you make it, you know that amount of money that will set you free. When you get that money, spend it on yourself. For most people, as I'd say, you know that you've never been the favorites of your parents. So each and every time, if you get money now, you have this thing in mind that I need to prove to my parents. So you get your first capital, you build your parent at home. Whatever you do, they will never appreciate, they will never acknowledge. You are just running this race in your own mind, but it will never get there. You are out of the scene, you are out. It's a bloodline thing, right? So now, that to say, once you start working as what we're going to do here, show you the method and you trade for yourself, you make the money. First things first, find your peace. Buy yourself a house, build yourself a house, and then you maintain yourself, you can always go back. There are even TV shows that can help you. But most importantly, put yourself first. Even if you are the favorite, they like you, but once you start seeing your freedom, your profits, and everything is working well, move out, build yourself, find that peace. Why you do that? You're investing in your space so that you can be able to be more productive and more focused on your work and make as much money as possible. I saw one post on TikTok whereby people are talking about their regrets. Isn't it people, they like to trend, and once they get a new job, a well-paying job and stuff, they get out to take loans, and then what do? They take loans, they build a family house. Yes, I did very well. I built my mom a very big house, and then sisters come in, cousins come in. As long as you build your family house, you don't have a power there, because once a child, you are forever a child. And there is only one place of which you will never be respected, regardless of your achievement, regardless of your portfolio, and that is at home. As long as you are a child or you are a sibling in that house, you are nothing. I'm telling you here now, you are nothing. So once you move out and you build your own, they're gonna fight you and say, why did you do that? You're so selfish and stuff. But they will respect you, because there's nothing as painful as you build a house, but still someone has rules over you. You see? Because once you build your mother a house and you're still staying there, if you come back late, she will say, what? Yeah. So now, once that happens, then you don't have power. Whereas if you focus on yourself, you build yourself a house elsewhere, once you finalize with that, you buy yourself a car and stuff. Then the following year or the next 5 years, you focus on making more money to build that house. You know that while you do that, you still have power, you still have control. Whereas if you build where you grow up, you will always be suppressed. Forex trading is not only about the charts. Most people, they just assume it's all the charts work. I can do the charts work all day, but most importantly, the person or the character that you are, if it's not set well in terms of its environment, everything that I put onto you will be not effective. So in order for you to be able to understand everything as I'm going to lay it out, you must be able to find common ground. See where I come from, see where I am, see where you are, resonate with that, and then you can find a reason to go on. Okay? Anyone here from Kokstad? I heard there's 2 people coming from Kokstad. Are they here yet? Oh, Babalap. Oh, okay. Sibonga kakhulu. Sibonga kakhulu for you to do that. Such as, for example, priorities. Priorities are very much important, because what you hold dear in your mind is what actually will pay off, right? Most people, the reason why I ended up canceling the seminar in Kokstad, most people were contacting me, making phone calls and saying, hey, but could it have been another day? I'm going to church, I'm doing this. And then I have to give a response that makes me malicious. Oh, that is evil. Like, you know. No, let's try some side. Almost about to said, hey, right. So now, religious people, right? Religious people, they have this ideology that everything will fall into place eventually. All you have to do is pray. People, they pray for money. An opportunity to come and learn about money comes, you don't attend it, you go to church and pray for the same opportunity. So what does that entail? You don't even know what you're praying for, you're just praying. So in order for your prayers to be effective, you need to know what you pray for. So when it comes, you are able to recognize it. People that just want to receive a call, yeah, who's this? Is that Masha? Yes, we have 200,000 for you here. Or you've won the lottery. Okay, and then accounts, nothing. Faith is built through actions. And that's why most of the time you will see Africans, especially in South Africa, you have poor people filled up in churches because they think that eventually things will fall into place just one day. All you have to do, keep praying, don't attend any workshops, don't attend any meetings, don't go for any inductions, don't do anything. Why not just keep praying, and then you get money, you submit to the church, and you do that. I stopped going to church more than 5 years ago. I think the last time I went to church was 2017. Why did I stop going to church? Because during the most challenging period of my life, no one came through for me. I had these people of which I was like, but this is church. This is where I'm supposed to. Because for me, I used to study the Bible very well. And I understood. Even at some point when I'm given the podium to share, I always came with new revelations. So I'm like, but this is how things should be. And then now you find that there is a structure in every church. You can't surpass it because they have beliefs like this is how things should be done. So in such an environment, it becomes very challenging for a person like me to nurture, for a person like me to grow. So why should I go to a place whereby I cannot express myself? Because even the Holy Spirit itself, it doesn't have a form. It's a Holy Spirit. Think of it as infinite energy. So why should we do that? And I learned one thing. If you want to kill the devil, you need to put attention away to the devil. If you want anything to die, you don't give it attention. But most churches, when you go there, they talk about the devil. If you go to the shipping, they don't talk about the church. You see? So now, being in that position, it gives the devil more power and more motive now to continue doing those things. So that's how people are. So as a result, when you pray, this is how I'd advise you to pray. When you pray, pray for specific things. Make your prayer in point forms. Stop saying long, non-essential murmuring and thinking that you are making sense. When you pray, say, this is what I want. I would like this. I pray for protection. I pray for financial freedom. State it, because for most people, if they pray right now, say, let's pray. And then I'm like, what were you praying for? Mind is empty. Whereas if you are specific on what you want, that makes way for what you don't want. Then it puts you into focus. As a result, most people, when they pray, they are murmuring. As a result, that makes for the devil easier for him to come and hand you whatever you don't want, because you don't know exactly what you want. So he will give you something that looks like it is what you want, and then you fall for that. For example, you can pray for money, you get the money, and then devil will do what? He will influence you with things you can buy with your money. So your money runs out fast. You get what I'm saying? So you're getting a lot of money, but you're spending it bluntly. You just don't care. Because why? You still have this mentality that you have to prove that you are worthy. You have to prove you need to be liked and all that. So as a result, the money you got eventually fades out. And then you still remain the same guy. Okay? Samson. Good. So now we do know that if in areas where there is no knowledge, people perish. Knowledge of what? There is so much knowledge. Knowledge of health, knowledge of science, knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of physics, knowledge of religion, knowledge of spirituality, knowledge of financial markets, knowledge of money. So there is so many knowledge. If things fail, it means there's a lack of communication, there's a lack of knowledge, there is a misunderstanding. In the absence of knowledge, there will be misunderstanding. Hence, the word fear. If you fear, or if you have fear in any aspect of your life, that signals there is a void, which is a misinformation that is there. You are missing out on a lot of information that you don't have. So what results to that? Fear. Even in the market, you execute, it starts moving, you become what? Fearful. Why? Because you don't know what will happen. So you will become fearful. First time driving a car, you get inside, you start the car. The minute you press the pedals, what happens? Fear strikes. Why? You've never driven a car before. So understanding that whenever you have fear, that simply indicates there is a level of experience or information that you don't have. That's what it means. So now, the Bible says that without information, where people don't have information, in an area where people don't have knowledge, people perish, which means they die, whatever the cause, it ends. That's why even in marriages, you see, because people, they think a marriage is a wedding, especially for women. They just in it for the wedding, but in the long time, they pull off. I was checking the statistics. There was one guy who's like, he's a counselor. I think he has some psychology, qualification, but he specializes in marriages. So he's saying that people who are married, the statistics is 52% of the filings are filed by women. The rate of divorces on a day-to-day basis is about 8 people they divorce every day. 8 people they divorce every day. Why? Because people, yes, on the day of the aisle, it's good, it's sweet, it's beautiful and everything. You're like, no, I will love you till death and bad, bad and good, I mean. But as soon as you start blowing, she files for divorce. So now, that tells you alone that for most people, they are in it for what they think is. And women, they are built into this thing of idea. They are living in their own world. Mostly they ignore what is actually happening in the ground. So for them, a wedding is a marriage, and a marriage is a wedding. And men, most of the time, we marry for love. You do the things you do for your partner because you love them. You want to make profit so you can take care of them. They want to make profit so they can push you away. You see? You've seen this in most times. Even billionaires, they get divorced. And you ask your question, why is it? Yeah, and then as soon as you make the money, the wife goes. Yeah, especially for the big guys. So I don't know what this thing about women that they're doing, but that shows they are emotional. Because for them, they are emotional people who basically make a reality out of their own thoughts and emotions. Once they see something in their mind, it's true, they see it there, it's happening, and they just do it. She can just wake up one day, decide, why not divorce? Let me divorce. And then boom. Yeah, bo? So that also goes back to what I said in the beginning. Put yourself first in everything you do. Please put your phones on silent, guys. Please put your phones on silent, everyone. If you have not, please do so now. Also, mine doesn't ring, because mine, if it rings, I know it's worth it. I'm telling you. My phone doesn't ring. These guys can tell. I will sit with them all day. My phone doesn't. If it rings, it's something that is serious. Yeah, and if I tell you right out, that's not me. Right? So I am pulling out these things to you because end of the day, this is where we are most likely going. So some people, they might think, this is boring. But yeah, as soon as she makes that call, born, things will happen. So, I hope that we are all ready. So all of us have trading accounts, right? They assisted you in registration and downloading the platform because that's where it starts. Before I go into deeper details. Okay, Port Shepstone. It's even my first time coming in this place, imagine. So it's even my first time coming to Port Shepstone. Yeah, but I'm really much excited. As I said, the purpose of me doing these actual seminars is just for me to go out, experience places. It's basically for my free time, express, show people the right way. Because often the culture now has been Forex trading is a scam, and people, they think it's a scam. Whereas it's very seldom people who scam other people using the information. also with the 714 method. I'm the instigator of it, the instigator I found. So I'm the founder of it, but now when you check on social media, say we're 714, because they're taking and imitating and they're losing value. So if now you're a person who's rushing for results, who doesn't pay attention, you fall for those things, you pay for them. I mean, I tell you what, I teach you for free. If I don't have time to teach you for free, go to my YouTube channel, you'll find free content. You learn there and you make money. I think that's really laptop. I want my phone in my patlaza pants. I mean, mama jangazi uthini. Njalo ngikhuzane nani. Intombi enengculaza. So now there's free content on my YouTube channel. So if you do that, then that helps you in the time of my absence. So people, they will get inboxes, people, they save whatever picture I put, they take it, they're like, oh, Masha just inboxed me. I'm getting a lot of calls every day, a lot of inboxes. I don't have time to inbox people. Hence I say I don't do investments. I don't take people's money. I trade my own money. I trade my own capital. If I make profits, I show you. If I lose, I show you. I'm like the most transparent trader. Most traders, they want to show you that. So when I'm a screenshot, I withdrawal, but are we born in a bank? So be aware that there is accounts which are doing that. And if maybe you will make any payments in terms of to me, maybe you want to join mentorship, request a video call to assure that this is the actual person of Kulumana. So if you make a video call, you see my face, then you can resume. Stop rushing with it. Money is the one thing that will make you profitable, especially the working class. And if you get a scammer in that position, they scam you. So I cannot come to social media and in public like this and say, I will never inbox you, I don't do investments, I don't take people's money, I don't trade for anyone, and then you get an inbox which says the opposite things I say. No, put your money here, it will grow, you'll get this after some time. And then you fall for that. So desperation is the one thing. And for me, if you get scammed from now, or ever since I came about, you deserve it. If you can shout, oh, 50,000, you deserve it because you are the idiot. Yeah, well. And another thing, if you try to make fast money and you try to find easy ways, eventually you're the one who's going to lose out more because you will lose that capital, you will lose time. So, Leon Dizoshawana, back, right? So, let's get to work. Now, so let's get to our vision, who we are or who are we. What is it? There's who am I, which is me, the person, and then there is who are we as a company. So my main company is Foxy Group. Foxy Group, that is my company. And then the 714 method, it is part of the product, of which is the one that I'm teaching about, and which is also part of the branding. So those two things are one. Saying to clarify, if you see the logo, understand that's the company, and then the 714 method is the actual product. So now, who are we, right? What is our vision? Why am I doing this? That's the actual thing. So I'm going to read it so you see it's there. I know it's in my mind, but I prefer reading, and then you're going to read with me, right? So our vision is to empower individuals globally by offering accessible Forex trading education, building a knowledgeable community of traders who make informed financial decisions and achieve sustainable wealth, right? So that is easy. I understand that. Oh, we understand? Oh, sorry, I understand. When I understand. Right, so our vision is to empower individuals, is to empower you, right? By offering accessible education. This is part of education. This is a workshop. Building a knowledgeable community. As you're a community, you must be an informed community going forward. To make community traders who make informed financial decisions. So I am here to give you information. So when you go out into the market, you will know what to do. Personally, you will know what to do and how to go about in the marketplace. I'm not there to force you to push buttons. I give you the knowledge, you practice the information. If it makes sense to you, then you go out in the market to execute. When will you know when you're ready? When will you know when you're ready? When you realize the things that I've been talking about and you start to see them happening, okay? Mission. How am I doing it? What is my actions, right? Our mission is to provide comprehensive, practical Forex trading education. This is practical, as I said, this is a workshop. We are here on the ground, we're all sitting. We're putting my exercise. Is that jot? Okay, right? That equips individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the financial markets. We are dedicated to fostering and supporting community where traders can learn, grow, share experiences by promoting transparency, continuous learning, and responsible trading practices. We aim to help our members achieve financial independence and go a long-term success. So as I said, we are not only here to help you make money to lose money. We are here to help you learn how to make money, have experience on how to make the money, maintain the money, grow the money, and find stability there. Financial freedom at last. Financial freedom is a result, and it's all based on how you choose to live your life. You can tell a lot by a person who would say, what do they drive. Most people drive a Polo, you find ukuthi nje baphuza ubhiya black label yabo sine samba ama Ranger ama BM siphuza yabo iHennessy Shy Jameson yabo into yeah manje gang esiminof ihlezi ufuna ukudansa uyabuka useqembile umuntu uyabuka useveza ishayindisi awukwenze njani. So it's very confusing. Okay, so that is what we seek to achieve. And also, my contact number is only one, which is 060-461-9426. So if you don't have that WhatsApp number, whoever Marshall you are talking to on the inbox, if it's not that number, then I don't know, it's not me, right? Because you get people, and the funny story is, even when I'm live, you'd see a person say, hey, there is another guy I'm talking to here, and then he's saying dude, I say my fucking number is 060-461-9426. Then why do you tell me the story about the fake account? That is my number. That is my actual number. So which means what? If I say something which means everything else in Aishongo is not me, in terms of contact, in terms of how I trade, don't ask me about other things. I'm not here to validate. The brain, be careful of your brains, because your brain is in a position of approval. Imqondo wakho ulindele ukuthi ngizosho something that wena ngizovumelana nento wena uyazi noma ngizo-approve lento wena uyicabangayo. That's another dangers of the brain. Ikade uzosho something and then uyathika, okay, shooting right, okay, ngi-right. Yabo? And that is ignorant, because manje you will end up ignoring more information because of that. And another thing also, I know you came here with one question in mind. And once I talk about that thing, automatically your brain will close. Because you're like, I got what I came for. So everything else becomes vague. Be careful of that. You are here to learn. Understand as many things as possible. Take notes if need be. If you're seated, you can write on your phone. If on an iPhone, Siri can do that. Hey Siri, take notes. Siri, it's easy. So these smartphones, they can actually pick up everything I'm saying, and they can just write it down in words. So that will be easier. But also you will get the recording, and this guy is lazy, so you'll get it in December, I think. So yeah, just kidding. But as soon as possible, there's like 2 weeks delay because you have to do the edits and cut out. So the seminar will be out, as you see there. We already have the ones for Durban, which we did last month. So they already posted there. So which was a very good attendance in Durban and Joburg. So there's like basic areas that I know for sure. People there, they love me, they always come, and the venue is full. I want you to Joburg, this hall is very small. It's very small. Mina Joburg, if I'm hosting a seminar, kuze complain yama manager hotel kuthiwa ngeke abantu bejikiswa uvale emnyango ubuze usangene le down floor kuthiwa uya kuphi forex ayithiwa sekugcwele yabo. So that's how you see people who are hungry and people who are pushed. And some people, they think I owe them to be nice to them. Like Mashaya must be nice to me because he's a leader, he's a public figure. No, I don't owe you that. Yeah, well, personally, I've got nothing in life by being nice. And then I don't have to be nice to you. What I say, you take it, you practice, you make money. Yeah, well, especially these, they always threaten, but I'm fan, millionaire. So now, that is to put away the differences. It's not a matter of age. We are here to learn. Yeah, because if uzofuna and the sweet talk and all that, eventually uzoba nenkinga because uzogcina usala. Awushisela? Undertake. So manje uzogcina usulokho nje uzogcina usuba kwi-position manje engazukuba right. And when you pay attention to the things engisho negative kunalezi yabo. Lendo ibona dlande esifazane uncome every day hey umuhle. One day after I make up kube pink kakhulu la usithi hey yazi kodwa la umubi la. Shintsha yonke into ukhohla wonke lezi insuku uncoma lezi, and then it's a whole different story. Okay, so now where do I start? Okay. Oh, and I don't like to have things in my pockets. And also, I would like to apologize. We couldn't get the T-shirts on time because the past week there were too many holidays in between. So due to the suppliers, they were closed. Most factories were closed by the person that I work with. So now we couldn't get T-shirts. I tried to contact him on Monday. He was like, no, it's a holiday. I think Tuesday also. So he also took a vacation. I was like, hey, this is going to be a problem. So later on, we may make arrangements with Ntoli keepers and stuff. So that will be much better, I think. Right. Come to Switzerland la up. Yeah, pap. Near pap. Because I've been to Durban twice. Oh, we were there last week, I remember. Okay, no, thank you guys so much. Generally, in every location that I host, there's often people from different locations, you know, because a person, when you get an opportunity, you come there, you wait. As I say, if I say I will come to a place, don't wait for me to come there. If I do an online session, you attend, you watch my former seminars, you start working from there. Not what you'll wait till the day, live, and then, yeah, now I can start. No. Start and fail. So when you get me, at least you know these are the things you need a breakdown of, so that makes it easier for you to start. Right? So those who are Christians, if you go to your Bible, Ecclesiastes 11, 1-2, it says invest your money in Forex trading, because one of these days you might blow. Just kidding. One of these days you might make profit. So it's even there. So understanding Forex trading, what is it? I made one video where I was just simply explaining Forex trading for people to understand. Forex trading, let's say now I want to go to Mozambique, or I want to go to Zimbabwe, I want to go to the United States and other countries. But mostly, if you go to any African countries, when you get to the border, you will see people sitting there with piles of cash. So you are trading, you are buying their currency with cash. You give them your rand, they give you their Metical or Zimbabwean dollar, so it's physical on the border. But when you go to when you go to the banks, it's more digital. Visa allows you to use your money in other countries without having to convert. It's hey, the wallet phone going sharp and ngempela man. So when you are, the Visa now allows you to do the same transaction, but it's done electronic. So it's fast, you just swipe your card. That's what the Visa is for, which means you can use your card, you don't have to withdraw cash. If you want to go to Zimbabwe, you can go to Zimbabwe with your ABSA card, you get there, you withdraw. But when you withdraw at the bank, you will not get the rand, and then you have to go to conversion. So now, Forex trading, it is the same pattern that is being done in borders, where when you walk in, you'll find people with piles of cash, you give them your rand, they give you their Metical or Zimbabwean dollar, or Pula, or Peru, all of those currencies, or dollar if you go to the United States. So now, thinking of that same system, as the world gets to develop, right? As the world gets to develop, then time is changing and people have to keep up. More people are traveling, more people are doing things. So the system had to update to a point of knowing how much is this worth, what is it actually based. As we know, most currencies, they are all based on the country's productivity. As we are trading the NFP yesterday, we check on the employment. If the country employs more people, which means productivity increases, which means there's more opportunities, there's expansion of business, and there's more credits, people make credits. People who are working, the working class, as soon as you are working, you get money, you get more credit access, you take more stuff, which means now you are spending more than you earn. Then you start the rat race. So going forward, the system now is doing the same transactions, but now it's doing the record digitally. So as you are making money or buying and selling whatever currency that you're doing, it's done now in an automated way. So you don't have to go there. So we are now in the age of digital trading. That's why I say people who are saying Forex trading is a future. They're talking kak. Because how can you say Forex trading is the future, whereas it's happening now? And it started long ago in the 18th century. The stocks. When they talk about stocks, they talk about maize, soya, beans, and all those things. That's where it started, rice. They were trading those things. And then as we walk forward, they then added our Forex indices and other stuff. Because the Nasdaq was put in the market around 2005, the one that you're trading. So that's when it was put it up. So now, we are now in the area whereby we're looking at these things digitally, so we can actually observe from the other side without having to go to the border. We're watching the system digitally, putting all those records, so you can see when the dollar is weak and then you buy. You can see when the dollar is strong, then you can sell. It's a simple thing. That's the same thing that we're doing. So earlier on, it was more expensive to do it, but now it has become easier to do it. Why? Because we have brokers. A broker is a third party, is a person that works in between me and you. If I want to buy something, I tell that person and they tell someone else. Back in the day, if you check how people were trading, if you watch those interviews, you were writing your trades on a paper and email them to the broker, right? You were writing you were writing on the mail, on paper, you want to buy maize, this price, exit at this price, and then you email it, and then you're gonna have to wait for your response. So by the time you wait for your response, the market has already moved. Yeah, so you get in late and you get in, and the spreads were crazy. The spread, that's why most American brokers, they made a lot of money during the Wolf of Wall Street, pink sheet stocks, where he says, no, we are selling pink sheet stocks and then we are making 50% of commission, 50% of the spread. So that's a lot, because if I put 1,000, but they're taking 500 for the spread. So that's why those guys were able to make like 20 million. You see that, but like $20 million in 2 fucking hours. So that is how much they're making in a short space of time. It's the same thing. But fast forward now, in today's world, it's much easier. Everything is about speed, it's about efficiency, everything is working well. And the broker that I'm trading, I've been trading with ever since I started actually. It's XM Global. I really love XM. I've gotten any cent that I've gotten. I don't understand people who complain about we draw $20 they didn't give me. Like, yeah, because you know the system, you need to use two methods. That's where most people they can confuse. You need to use two methods. Let's say you make a deposit via crypto. If you make a deposit via crypto, you need to withdraw with your bank. If you make a deposit with your bank, you need to withdraw with Skrill. Just once, not every time. Just once so you can have another option. Why do they allow you to do that? Just in case maybe you have a problem with your bank, you have another option to access your funds. That's why they do that. So I've been trading with XM for the longest time. And what I like about them, they are the most advanced broker, like top notch, right? Their technology is fast, their page is friendly, it never freezes, it never does all of those things. Each and every time you want to do something, it's like light. So those guys are very much advanced. And even if you check throughout other brokers, there's always stuff. Even right now, it's a weekend. If you can text there, someone will reply. Not a bot. Someone will actually reply and assist you in that. Yeah, so that's the broker I'm working with. And you've seen recently, I would enter now, make money now, withdraw. 2 minutes, mali ngenile. Yeah, so it's unfortunate I'm supposed to withdraw, but but it is as fast as that. Yeah, I think this week, Fanang, this week. I think I made close to 90K just this week. Trading my own money, funding with like 1,000, 1.5. I think the highest I've deposited on those days was 3,000. As you see, how I trade, I put my money, even if it's 1,000. If I make 2,000, I withdraw it back to 1,000. If I make enter again, if I make 5, I withdraw it. Enter. So I keep my money constant. Why? Because I'm controlling my emotions. Because the bigger the capital, the more your mind goes up, and the bigger the confidence, then confidence turns into greed, and then you lose the entire account. So doing that way is actually working well for me, rather than trying to raise an account to 100,000 and then making a withdrawal. So keeping the amount constant, it's easier for anyone to do that. So that's why I'm very much transparent, because I'm trying to show you that you can do this and it's nothing challenging. All it takes for you to do is listening to me and putting that at work. So this is in the mkhulu in 90,000. Hey, kaya yitsi yabon jabo ngabe sengilobolile. Right. No, you will see this, because regardless of how much the money is, eventually you get used to it. And what kills the value of money is once you spend that money on one thing, like once. I mean, the biggest thing I've bought cash was the Ford Ranger. That was the biggest transaction. I was like, yo. Yeah, because in my life, I've never done anything that's big. Because I think I spent close to 2 million on my house. Building that house, close to 2 million. So now, if you spend a lot of money, then that's where you end up seeing it's not. So you shouldn't have that money barrier in your mind. We are in an industry where we can make infinite amounts of money in an infinite period of like lifetime till you die. Yeah. So if you are working in a space like that, you need to be. You don't need to have this thing which this is me, this is what I'm going to do, I want to make this much. If I can, no. Enjoy the game, focus on the work, trust the method, go into the markets, keep working. And don't try to show hey, phela mina manje sekuhlanga. Be the same guy. Be the same guy. Mina where I stay, they used to say, hey, 24X, what manje siyibona into yenzayo, hey, uskema abantu wena, what. I'm like, no, ngiyazi mina into enyenzayo, ngiscam umuntu mina. Forex yangispanela ngigrand. And ngathi mangiqala ukutrade ngibona okay, kuyahlangana, ngaphuma ekhaya ngayorentela, yabo. Ayihlalela ngedwa nje kuze ngikwazi ukufocus, yabo. So people like, "Hawu, manje wenzani? Uyafunda, ngiyasebenza." But nje yabo, ama off nje ngiyangena ngiyashiya lapha nala. Because people always want to know what you're doing. Bengazi ukusiza ngalutho. Hayi, okay, yabo. So bengumuntu nje ongabonakala. Yabo. So I know what I'm doing. I'm working and saving. Because another thing financially is it's easy to make $1 million. But the biggest question is, how long will that $1 million last you? Yabo? You can make that meter, how long will it last? Just like your wife. So now, then for me, I had that mentality at an early stage. So I was like, I really need to focus on this and then just keep it constant. So I was just focusing on my work. And then up until 2020, was it last year? Then up until last year, that's where my motive started. Like, okay, I have to change the way engicabanga khona. Ngangikwazi ukuthi ingane yami yokuyogibela itaxi lokuthi mina hayi manje I'm holding it in yabo. Inengane ningane yami kumele ilokhu manje isuffocates yabo etaxini ngiyobamba line nani yabo. And then I bought kulo yanyaka I bought a car before I started building. I bought my first car. Second car, it was not the first because it was for work. Then I bought another car. And then I started building. I bought an RTP house. And then I was like, let me just buy this house and then renovate it and, put things on. So as I renovated, I started the progress and all that. In the I was like, okay, here, it's very bad, but I can do this. So even with that house, I built it myself in a sense that I was the person who was drawing it as we born. I made the drawings. I made the facilitation, the observation, the assessment. I was there on ground making sure this here, where did I get that? Because after, when I was still in high school from grade 9, 10, I was working at a construction. Generally in between holidays or on my weekend, even after St. Matric, I did a bit of that. So I do have that experience. It's okay, this is how things should be done. So sometimes you can do something and you think you're suffocating, but you are not. You're actually learning something. Yeah. So then I had to use that experience to make sure what I have in mind becomes an output that I would like to see. So I built the house. I did everything as you see. I built a bridge that is better than the ANC's. So, so that, yeah, I worked it up, about a farmer pipeline, everything, swimming pool, beautiful house. While during the period of me building a house, then I bought EPM, and then I bought E4 range. So it's very beautiful house. I think the last thing I was doing last week, I did my built-in. I think I tepis kanje. So I plan to get tepis in my carpet. Yeah, so it's most of you to type. We look to know what trope garage. Yeah, so it's all technical designs and understanding what is it that you want and how things are done. So technically, as I said, I'm a self-made person. So most of the thing is through discoveries. And I've done very well for myself. So I wish the same for everybody else. Yeah, but I'm not saying and build your own house. You can do better, make reasonable money, find good people who can actually do what you want, and bring it into fruition. I am only an example. I know some of you will make bigger things. Some of you will do even greater over the years. I wonder, he's still young. So now, especially the young people, they still have a longer road to go, and they can do this if you grab this very well. Starting from where I am, you can actually go a bit longer and make more. If you do the same thing, if you do it right, short period of time can be sufficient for you. Because the way that I've put it, I've made it easier. If you don't lose on Forex trading, maybe I'm building you show you. Yeah, but get on. Because if you understand, the 714 method is the most friendliest strategy out there. And I think I've put it out on started teaching about it online in 2022 late, 23, 24, 25 now, and the 25 was under card. But already look at the number of people who are actually winning. And people are winning without even having to see my face. Yeah, so there are people who every day like, yo, I'm like, why? There's no need for you to see me. Yeah, I'm at seminars, but there isn't that. Yeah, but I understand what people, they don't believe it's actually themselves doing what they're doing. Because so many people have been scammed through Forex trading, they've lost money through trading. It hasn't worked out. That's why you're trading. Because of the experiences people have, they've had so much losses. So when a person starts to use this thing and make money, like, yo, I can't believe this. That's why even when I'm live, I'm asking a person, did you pay me anything? No, I didn't pay anything. Are you in my mentorship? No. What do you do? I only listen to your videos and all that. And when you start making money, you go and pay the 10% in churches and you give me nothing. That's my result. I teach you to make money when you say thanks and you give your pastor all the cash. Right, so now, with that being said, that puts us in a position to prepare what is it that we want and how do we want it. As I said, long-term success. Long-term success. So we are not here to make money, to lose money, and then be nothing. I'm say, why shy Forex? The method was here before you, the method will be here and even after. So when I capitalize on it, do that. I know you have debts. I know you still have that hole to fill. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. Trade. If you trade, you make profits. You take half of it, you pay off your debts. You take half of it, you continue to live. You create a plan to settle your debts. You will cover that over time. It's up to you. If you choose to cover that debt, you trade and fill, trade and fill, trade and fill. That will work as well. So I can never advise anyone which amount you can start with, because as long as you have the right information, no amount is too little. So if you have capital, because even if you have big money, if you don't have knowledge, you will lose all that money in a short period of time. So your money goes to waste. So ungadlula umuntu onemali yathi mina efethi ngiyahlanganisa anginalutho. Lo muntu uthatha imali engekho ayenza imali ekhona. Yabo. So don't come here and thinking ukuthi phela mina ngiyaspana ngcono nani. Yabo. And as I've always said, what I've shared is just only the tip back. Even these guys, bahlala nami every day, I teach them some stuff. They can tell, even Israel was showing them something new. I thought they know the 714 method in and out, but I pointed things to them that made them feel stupid. Because I know the 714 method, I make these entries. And then I explain something more. And you're like, kind of don't know anything. Because for me, as I say, I can teach you new things every day. But I don't do that. Why? Because I don't want to make you ignorant. And if you're going to keep chasing information, one strategy after another, you will keep going on and on, and you'll never have any tangible thing. So the most important thing, learning one thing and practicing that particular aspect, and then that's how you make money. That's how you build consistency. Consistency is nothing but showing up every day doing the same thing. That is consistency. Okusho ukuthi angiwaqamba manga, angifikela ngithi ngifike kwenye indawo sengishintsha ulimi. Umuntu okhuluma kanjalo umuntu osuke namanga. Right? And the reason why I don't lie, it's because that is part of freedom. That is part of financial freedom. If umuntu oqamba manga uyivalela indawo. If umuntu onamanga too much, you are only losing yourself. You are only losing your own freedom. Because manzo fe ngiqamba manga la ngizowazi uphinde ngibuye. Ngeke ngikwazi uphinde ngibuye. Yabo. And eventually lies they catch up. Lies they catch up. Anze konje nangu umamthetho lapha. Kade khona eThekwini. Ngila namhlanje. Obe ngaqamba manga lapha ula angazi ukuthi uzoza ngithi. Sengiyafika la sethi ngakuthola. Yabo mhlawumbe sihamba nesquad sakhe. So sekushubile. So I don't lie. And for you also, I would like for you to be honest with yourselves as we are starting off in this business. You know what, see, there are losses. Even when you make losses, accept them, endorse them, and be true to yourself. Don't try to beat around the bush and say, hey, I lost because, hey, yeah, I mean, there's problems about me. Yeah, well, I should lose. I don't have parents. Oh. Everything comes to mind. Everything comes to mind. Because now, once you know what once you have some negative thoughts, more negative things, they come to you. Hey, I was born broke. Hey, maybe this is not for me. This is for Mashaya and his crew. Hey, definitely I've tried my best. Hey, I think I should give up. So all of that now comes in. Man. Hey. So now, everything comes into mind of taking a self-blame. You need to be able to separate yourself in this. There is yourself, there is the trader, there is a market. Whenever you articulate or whenever you execute a trade in the market, it is based on your understanding. If you lose a trade, that simply means what you understood, you misunderstood. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the market. It's only the information applicable. Because even myself, I lose sometimes. And then later when I revisit the market, I'm like, hey, blind spots. I call those blind spots. Don't take this thing and say, which means now I'm a bad trader, this is not for me, it doesn't work. No. Stop binding your entire career on just one bad decision. Yes, if you get greed, you will blow your account. But if you were trading on normal volumes, then it's going to be hard for you to blow your account. Yeah, well. So understanding that aspect of your life, that is going to help you be able to last longer. So when you lose a trade, it doesn't mean that you have lost the way of trading. You simply lost a trade. So stop attaching things to yourself too much. So understand this, and this will help you last longer than in bed. Right. Okay, that is my YouTube channel, 714METHOD official page. You can look it up, subscribe, and then that will help you. Because there's so many, if you go to YouTube and you try to type to learn, there's so much stuff now. So it's kind of hard for you to know which one is real. Because people's eyes are locked into seeing profits. You are watching this guy with a video, I made 1 million, 714METHOD. You're like, this guy is better than Marshall. And then you go out for that. Whereas that's where you lose your focus. Yeah, but be rich in the bank, not to show people. It's not about trying to prove. I'm one coach. I'm one LV. Well, I very see China. It's either way. Yeah, but it's not about trying to appear smart or appear in that format. Yeah, well, it's all about Uguti. Well, not what do you know about. I was going to lay lily shirt if it's in one. Yes. Right, yes. I'm going to lay it. All right. So now, with all that being said, let me check. Freedom. Oh, what a super. Hey, I to super lendo. That's a figure. No, and none of what say if getting me nangizenda when we paramelin down again. Now that drives me what is. But if I say, hey, he's a Port Shepstone, and no one comes and say, hey, but was. So now I'm going it's me, why even go there? Because the people are not motivated. But energy attracts energy. If you see a reaction, then you're like, okay, let's go. Yeah, because for me, it's easy. Man, hey, batin aband, attack, come on. Hey, guys, that says a Port Shepstone, Fusaka Nonk. Simple. Yeah, so if there are people in that area, and mostly it's 1 or 2 people have the motivation to actually go there. So which ends up benefiting Abanya Band. Because some people, they see what Masha is coming, but they don't correspond on WhatsApp. I would say I'm scoring a face to see as. Some people, they just want to show. Because confirmation helps me to know what there are actual people. Yeah, because when I told you what cancel it, but you'd find what if I did it, then more people were gonna come, but they didn't notify me. Yeah, because group trade so people they all have those stories, short stories against themselves. Yeah, but confirming it helps us to know how much of people are coming. Because you may book a smaller venue and then if you want to be then you have a problem. So we need a bigger space. Thank you for watching this far. Make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section, you like the video and you share with your friends. But mostly, I would like you to join my community of the 714 method as we do our live trading everyday interaction whereby we get to ask and answer your questions right. So remember, we're also trading with XM, our trusted broker. Open an account under XM, use the code COPY714, which is whereby you will send an account number on our WhatsApp to prove that you have registered your account. And remember, XM will give you a 100% bonus when you make a deposit. So if it's your first time with XM, they will give you $30 worth of credit for you to trade and make money. The good thing is you are not alone. In the community, that's where we're gonna get more interaction and business market updates whereby we are all observing how the market is moving on a day-to-day basis. See you on the other side.